Yo, thank you for joining the RPG Academy presents The Ghost of Saltmarsh. Stand by as Tom makes some corrections.
We're live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh.
Can
because
they only hear Alex?
no, they can hear everybody now.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, yeah. It
What a
was
relief.
it was very. I didn't see. I knew the audio was gone. Well, we weren't getting audio, so I wasn't actually like starting to give you all sorts of exposition. I held back. I put
Very
the walls
smart.
up. I said, Tom, contain yourself. The audience will be okay. Get your audio correct, and then we can go at it.
You really just got to trust your gut on situations like that. And Tom, I'm very proud of you for trusting your GM instincts.
Oh, thank you, Troy.
Inspiration?
And no, that's okay. Well, anyway, we're going to get right at it. So, thank you all so much for once again joining us for the RPG Academy presents Ghost of Saltmarsh. This is episode 2 as we continue to learn about this mysterious city set on the southern coast of Kyoto.
Southern.
The southern coast. South.
Sauron.
The Sauron
Sauron
coast of Kyoland.
TM.
In the world of Greyhawk. This is a land of adventure, of pirates, of skeleton boys, So we're going to be diving, murdering.
Windows.
I almost said that we haven't done any of the murdering yet, but we have. So it is
It's true.
Well, it was retaliation.
It was. So we're going to jump right into it. Thank you so much for joining me again, you three.
Oh,
You're
thank you
welcome.
for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
Yes,
for
you're
having
welcome.
us.
You all my rock. Okay.
All of us are your singular rock.
Singular rock. With our powers combined. No, so we are joined once again with Troy. Troy, tell everyone who you're playing.
Well, I'm still trying to figure him out. So his name's Gus Morgan. He was struck by lightning, and he's got some blue tinges to him. Other than that, we don't really know a whole lot about him.
And that's okay. And
That's
then,
fine.
That's fine. And then next we're going to Jake.
Sorry, I'm just Googling what gambit means.
Oh.
Like run the gambit.
Apparently, I'm a gambit. What does that even mean? I play cards?
Dude, I don't know. I just threw in these cool, modifiers to your names. Be like, yeah, this is
So,
cool.
what you're saying is I look like Channing Tatum.
You do. So for those who are, for the audio only crowd, if you were viewing this right now, you would see that I've added the tag as Gus the Fool. And then next, that's Troy, followed by Morgan the Gambit.
And I don't know what that means, but I am a smuggler, and I am an arcane archer, and I am. I've got a different accent this time round, and my goal, all right. So everybody, catch me if you notice. I'm trying not to talk my way out of situations.
So if you see Jake trying to talk himself out of situations, make sure you let us know in the chat. Because if I say something, Jake, you may be like, Tom, why are you trying to restrict my creativity here? So let us know in chat if Jake starts to, talk his way out of situations, or say, hey, Tom, let me make a persuasion roll. Say no. Do it differently.
Yeah, and I'm mainly talking about, I guess, pretending like performance kind of, performance persuasion, because I think I do have in deception as one of my things. So I feel like lying is okay to get out of situations.
Yeah,
but,
for sure. You're a smuggler. You have to sometimes.
But I don't when it comes down to it, I'm not gonna try and weasel my way out. If I realize the situation's not going, I'm gonna make sure I'm an action first kind of guy.
And for all you kids out there, lying is not okay.
Thank you, Troy. All right, finally, we're going to be closing off our group with Alex, who will be playing Steric the Exiled.
Yes, hello. He is an exile, apparently. I don't remember there being an H in exiled.
It's there. I don't know. This is
Tom's language. This is our language.
it's my own dialect. So also, Alex, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and take your mic a little bit closer to your face. I think you
Sure.
I think you bumped it down there.
I may have.
Mm.
That is possible.
Yeah.
You know what? You're exiled for that.
Yes.
Oh,
You mean
shoot.
he's exiled?
Yes. It's
Be
right back.
gone.
Yeah. We want to make sure that everybody knows that it's where we put the emphasis.
We'll be taking applications here for the RPG Academy.
To replace me. All right. No, my spell check. All right. So anyway, so we're gonna dive right in. Where we had a quick recap. You all received mysterious messages that your father had passed away, and that you all were being summoned back to your hometown of Saltmarsh. The odd thing is, you all never knew your father. You grew up in Saltmarsh with your mother, and it was all a very mysterious circumstances. The people of the town treated you differently. You were always checked in on the elves from the Silver Stand just north of the city of Saltmarsh. And for the most part, people just kind of stood away and let you all do your own thing. So, receiving this message that, hey, your father had died was extremely odd. So you all came back to your hometown. Obviously, you weren't met with a warm welcome after you all had been kind of exiled or outcast or just sent out in some way that was not the kindest by the people of Saltmarsh. So your father, having left you his last will and testament, had...
What's that sound?
I don't know what that sound is either. All right. So anyway, there is... We'll cut that out. So you all were left his last will and testament, as well as he's supposedly a boat, which you all haven't seen yet, and a house.
Wait, our father is a boat?
Your father is a boat. That is the great
Bodie McBoatface.
Yes. All right.
This
no.
Wind Waker?
Oh man, that's a deep cut right there. So anyway, so we are going to kick it right off after you all had just met with the town council. They had told you, like, all right, sure, you can have your house, you can stay in Saltmarsh, but don't be getting into any trouble, or we're going to be kicking you out of this city, So anyway, you all are back at your house after a chance encounter with some local scruffians who knew you from their past. We had Chad and some other guy, Chad's buddy, which you killed, or Gus killed.
Yeah, he doesn't matter anymore.
He doesn't. And so anyway, you sent Chad a packing, and Gus, you open up the wooden door to your new home, and as you step in to where your brothers had gone, what do you see in there?
I see my brothers setting the table for dinner, and I'm still like coming off of that laugh that I ended the last episode with.
Fantastic.
Hey brothers, that was quite a chance encounter we had there. I lost my voice. What voice did I use?
You're going to have to go back and listen to it.
Ugh.
I know. So, anyway, what are you guys cooking up for your old brother Gus?
I'm not cooking anything. I don't know.
Oh, I thought he was cooking.
I don't know how to cook in the house. I've been exiled, been on ships and wandering, stuck on an island. Like, not really my area of expertise.
We're eating cans of beans.
This is
You
Morgan,
can be-
the Morgan specialty,
Canned beans.
As I feel like, Morgan, do you just toss Gus a can of beans?
Well, I feel like we have like one of the broken pieces of furniture.
Yeah, I imagine
Just
that
this plate.
here,
Yeah. So it's just like whatever canned rations I have in my bag. I just break one of the broken chairs into the fireplace, throw a couple of cans of beans in the fire, and once it dies, I just pull out the hot bean cans and open them up with my knife, and then I just pass them around as charred cans filled with beans. Classic.
Classic.
It is.
All right.
Also, hey, Alex, go ahead and put your mic up a little bit closer to your mouth.
Sure.
There you go. So, all right. So, what do you guys? I'm turning this over to you. You all entertain me. You all are sitting in your house. All this stuff has happened today. It's starting to get dark outside. What kind of conversations are we having?
Well, definitely not the reception today that could have hoped for, I guess.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by reception. Did you think the town was going to throw a parade for us?
Oh, no, hardly. But I mean, you'd think 15 years, people might forget, but or at least be a little more forgiving, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that with you guys gone, they didn't get such a great view of the family with just me running around causing mischief and whatnot. So I guess that's on me, really.
I mean, what kind of mischief were you causing, if that's the case? I mean, I
Well-
thought you were saying earlier today that you were just in business. What kind
Well,
of business
me,
are you talking about, Morgan?
Let me tell you the famous one that I'm known for around these parts. You see, there's the King's Navy, right? Trying to push the people down south. Tom, what are the people down south again?
What are the people down south's names?
I don't remember. Oh,
It's the Four Princes, right?
is it the
Sea
princess?
the Sea Princes. You're talking about the
Sea princess. Yeah,
Sea
yeah.
princess.
The Sea Princess.
Princes.
Those are the Sea Princes, for those who are just tuning in. Though that's a roving pirate nation that has been kind of pushed out of the land by the King of Kyoland.
Yes. Well, the King of Keoland, right? He's got the navy coming in, trying to push out the princes, and the princes, of course, trying to push right back in. So I get to myself a shipment of weapons, right? I get me a shipment of weapons from the princes. They come in, and within 5 minutes, I sell the shipment of weapons to the navy. And so I'm supplying both sides of the war from each other. I was just close to getting caught, but I didn't get caught.
Then you tell them that's how you got the name the Gambit.
That's how I got the name, the Gambit.
I don't get it. What's the gambit mean? What's that mean?
I don't know rightly, but it sounds cool. Sounds
sure,
like something
yeah.
you could put on a piece of paper or maybe on a board below my face or something like that.
Ooh.
It sounds pretty impressive.
It does.
All right.
Gus, at this
Sure.
point, what are you doing?
At this point, I'm heating up the beans because they're just sitting around talking. So Gus goes over, and he's not really much of a cook, but he knows how to heat up something.
some beans.
He knows his beans.
So you're just eating. You're all eating there, and then
Yeah.
what is the plan then? You all have now came into Saltmarsh. You attended the funeral of your father, and you all had kind of originally just thought you would just come and then leave and not really pay. You didn't think that you would just be left this, a small fortune and a home and supposedly a boat that you haven't seen.
Bring my can of beans. Is it a can? I bring my bowl of beans,
Little wooden bowl.
my wooden bowl of beans, and I slam it down on the table. And then I reach into my pocket and I pull out the finger bone of our father.
Oh, that's
with
right.
the
You
runes
did.
on it.
You took the finger bone of your father from the funeral.
I did. I ripped it right off of his skeleton hand, and I slam it on the table. And I said, "Boys, this was our father's finger."
Well, that's
we
pretty weird that you would grab that, but
we need to find out what these runes are and figure out who our father was.
And why do we need to do that? 15 years, we've been going around having our lives turned right upside down. The man dies, and then he says that, we're supposed to do a whole bunch of load of chores for him now that he's croaked. I don't think so.
Well,
Morgan, it's been longer than 15 years.
it's been way longer, but I'm getting
I
tired
know.
of cursing at ghosts at night. I want to know a name, and I want to know what his face looked like, so that I can.
And what's that
curse
going to
him.
change?
Closure.
Closure.
I need closure. You ruined our lives. Look at us. We're outcasts. We're jokesters. We're whatever you are, Morgan. I don't know.
You're eating
I'm a
beans.
gambit.
He's a gambit.
You're eating your beans as you're saying this in your like
I'm
your-
eating them so
in
sloppily
your hobo house.
in my hobo house, and there's dust and cobwebs everywhere all around the house, and I'm just slopping these beans into my mouth and talking with my mouth open. It's not a pretty scene, but the sentiment is there too, right? Boys, I need to know who ruined our lives and why. And why didn't
All
he show up?
Well, here's what I'm saying. We've got a chance to stop being tricksters and exiles and gambits. We've got a real chance. We've got a house now. We've got a ship, apparently. Like I say, why don't we just get some money, fix this place up, go out there and make names for ourselves in the wide world?
This man ruined our lives. In my opinion, I think we should burn everything to the ground and leave this town.
I mean, both of those sound like pretty
Fun?
pretty interesting ideas.
That's me
I,
laughing in character voice.
I think that I don't know. It's the last 15 years have kind of been
Stop clapping.
the last 15 years have kind of been a lot of running around, no home, all of that, just kind of on the road or on the run life, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying to make a positive name for myself.
Wait.
I guess.
You want to stay here in a town that abandoned
Well,
you?
not necessarily stay in Saltmarsh.
This is in the
There's
city
so
limits.
much more out there, Gus. There's a whole other way out there.
Listen, I've been on the outside. We're talking about it like it's prison. Listen,
Listen here, buddy. I've been on the
I've
outside.
been on the outside.
You don't want to go on the outside. Here we get 3 meals a day.
Regular
We got
exercise.
bees here.
We got all the beans we could want.
All right. So you all have this. What's the plan for the morning then? Because it seems like you all are kind of torn here. Whereas Steric just wants to have this, do something with his life. Morgan sees this is an opportunity to really make a name for himself, and then also to make a significant amount of gold. And Gus, you're out for you want the answers.
I want the answers, and I want to burn
Listen.
Utica to the ground.
Listen, Gus, Morgan. I think, and Morgan, this is both of these I think are pretty great ideas. I'm totally in to see what we can come up with, and I'm cool with leaving Saltmarsh also and starting somewhere new. We find the answers, appease your side of it, Gus. I really don't care if we like you said, this town hasn't exactly been a home for most of my life, at least. So saying that we need to pick up roots here and go doesn't sound like a terrible idea. I would be totally with you guys if we wanted to head somewhere else, start a new life, new Morgan franchise out somewhere else.
Hey Tom, what time is it
It's
here in Saltmarsh?
It's the old nighttime.
Okay.
The old nighttime.
The-
I checked the sun. Yeah,
It's
not
the,
there.
What
The
sun?
old
the
nighttime.
moon is out. If you were to look out open up your windows in your little seaside cottage.
I don't
Actually,
think we
we
have to worry
just-
about opening them because we threw rocks through the windows when we were kids.
Yeah.
I
So they're
kicked down a
permanently
2x4. I kick open the 2x4 that's covering the opening that we call a window.
Yes. Oh, this is so thematic and just poetic. The window that you shattered when you were children was boarded up, and you bust that board down as you three are standing there by the window, looking out across the azure sea, as a whole new world of possibilities has now opened up to you. And you all go to bed.
Wait, I want to say something real quick.
Okay,
as we're staring out the window that I just kicked the 2x4 off of, I look over at both of my brothers and I go, grab me another 2x4, boys. We need to close this thing up. It's cold out. And then we go to bed.
Why did you kick it open?
I have no idea. For thematic effect, I guess.
Thematic. All right.
Well, keeping with the thematic effect, I feel like after you say that, Steric and I both just turn back around and sit down and eat our beans.
Yep.
You stand thinking that we're gonna go and get you a 2x4.
Yep.
Okay. In the morning, you all wake up. There's still dirty bowls of beans on the and
are we dirty boys? We don't clean our bowls after we
I
eat
kind
meat?
of put that on you. Did you guys clean up?
No.
I definitely did. I'm a
I definitely cleaned
seafarer.
up my stuff.
Like you have to, or else you get rats and infestations. Like
I've been working on a merchant ship. I'm not
Yeah.
a slob. I just don't cook well.
yeah, it's that military training. It never really goes away.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And then, really, Gus, you're the only one who hasn't really spent significant amount of time at the sea or had an established, rigorous lifestyle. So,
Yeah.
hey, that makes
I mean,
sense.
I feel like the Joker is not going to go around
No.
washing bowls. He doesn't care.
No, absolutely not. That's the same reason that there's there's some tools and a 2x4 leaning up against the window where you had taken them up there, but decided, no, I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah. I just lean the 2x4 against the window. That'll do it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what are we doing this morning? You all have a few different things. You all knew that Galen Primewater, he had told you all about some potential work that you all could do. All right. And then there was also Voren had told you to come speak with him. And then there's also the town council meeting. What was on the
Is that today?
Yes, it is, because
What time is it today? Do we have time to do more than one thing?
I like a town like Saltmarsh is definitely going to have their town council meeting at around 2:00 when everybody's still at work, so they can have as few people as possible show up.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
So
Yeah,
here's
that makes
my
sense.
plan, brothers. I'm thinking that I want to get some cash that's not the 2,000 or whatever gold that we got from Pop, so we can fix this house up. Whether or not we're going to be here or not, it can only help the resale value. So I'm down with seeing if we can get a job to get some money, because I only have 15 gold pieces to rub together. And if we want to go try and figure out stuff to do with our dad, that's fine. But I don't want that to be the monopoly of my time. And so I'm going to try and get us work. And then I think we should go to the town council. But I'm also worried about going to town council because I don't want to fall into Jake's way of talking out of things. So I might pull a weapon at the town council. And that doesn't sound like fun, but
You're
maybe it
calling a
does.
shot.
Maybe it's just maybe you're just going there to get, find out what's going on in the town. Maybe you don't have to be super aggressive.
Oh, you know what I think would be funny? I think it'd be funny if you just showed up because you thought that was a place you could make money. You had no idea there was a meeting at all.
Well, we found out there was a meeting about us being able to stay in the town last.
Yeah, but you
last
could have
session.
forgot.
And that is actually on the agenda. The Morgans, are
on the-
an agenda item.
Should we
So-
prepare a speech?
I mean, we don't even have to go, guys. We can go do other stuff.
I feel like we should go.
Yeah,
Just
we should
as
make an
kind of-
appearance just because they're going to be talking about us. But I mean,
I want to
I'm
go look
I'm
at
not
our
there to
boat.
talk. I'm there to do action.
Maybe.
Let's go look at our boat first.
Yeah,
You guys want to
I
do that?
think we
do
should
that.
go check out the boat.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe,
because worst comes to worst too, we could just sell the boat and there's your money, Jake. Boom, problem solved.
Well, I mean, or we just get on the boat and run away.
All right. So
Also true.
it's
Sail away.
Come
sail
sail away.
Come sail away.
Come sail away.
Hey, can we clear that?
No.
We
We're
can't?
good. We're good for 20 seconds, I think. So,
All right, we got another 10 seconds, Jake. Have at it.
Nice. We gotta hold off. We can't use it all right now.
yeah. Guys, that is going to be, that's prime material right there. So, you all are going across Saltmarsh to the docks.
To the docks.
All right. You all see where I'm doing my fancy cursor right there?
Ooh, that is some fancy cursor
That's
work
right.
you got.
So this is kind of where you all were instructed to go based on your father's last will and testament. You all would know this is where Jylar Kankelstein, that's where he kind of that's where he stays, all right? And he's this gnome who runs the Carpenter's Guild Hall here. He does all sorts of building boats, and this is where it's said to speak with him, and he would have your ship available to you. And your
Jylar Kankelstein?
yes,
Jylar Kankelsten.
Kankelsten,
Not Stein.
not Stein.
It's spelled with a K.
That's
Yes.
an interesting name.
Yes. Talk to him about the boat.
Tom, would you say that Jylar is a dexterous man?
Would I say he's a dexterous man?
Mhm.
You have a
With a
picture
name-
of him?
With a name like Kankelston, it's hard to imagine him as a dexterous man.
I don't have a picture of him, but just envision like this. He's a very snobby kind of gnome. He's made a name for himself, and he is proud of his name. And he's wearing like very ill-fitting clothes, and
He's got like glasses and like brown hair, a little bit of stubble, wearing a Star Wars t-shirt.
yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Excellent job, Jake. If you weren't gonna go there, I was. So.
So yeah, very short. He also has just when you go into these dockyards, you can hear him. His voice just booms. For such a small man, he is the prime example of somebody with Napoleon syndrome. Like he has absolutely just made. He really has. He's made a name for himself, but now people know.
Napoleon syndrome?
Yes.
Does that mean he's got tater tots in his pocket?
I don't get that reference. So
You don't?
no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's classic 90s.
I'm sorry.
Does he have very shaded upper lips?
2000s, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know.
It was 2000s, early 2000s.
So anyway,
Hey, we're getting old, guys.
so old. Tell me about it. All right.
Mm.
So you see him. He's just it's a nice day out. These storms that you all have experienced the past few weeks are just absolutely gone. So everybody's trying to catch up on all the work that they missed. There is just boats everywhere at the
There
docks.
are boats
There
everywhere.
are boats. Thank you, Gus. There's boats just everywhere. People are just, you hear the sound of hammers. People are just slapping on tar onto these boats. It smells. There's the heat from all the fires. And sure enough, there's the middle. He's kind of standing on a bunch of boxes, just yelling at people, telling them to, no, move those boxes over there. No, why are you pulling that? No, get it over there. We didn't request your help today. Get. All right. So he sees you all. He just kind of stares you down across.
Does he look at us?
He looks at you. Just kind of stares at you across this kind of work yard.
I'm just going to wave.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach him.
He's got this just nasty scowl on his face. And Steric, you approach him.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you with something?
Yeah, I hope so at least. We have a boat here.
You
Trying
have
to figure out where
you have
it
a
is.
boat.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
said.
probably the big one.
As you all kind of look at this massive galleon with like tons of sails and absolutely ornate gold filigree everywhere.
Yep, it's that one.
No, it's not that one.
Are you sure?
How do you know? Do you know who we are?
No, I don't know who you
Well,
are.
Morgan. It's a family tradition.
when you say that you're the Morgans,
That's what he said.
Right.
All of us.
unbelievable.
Oh, believe it.
I never thought you're here for that boat.
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
Yep, that big one.
That one right there.
No, not that one. He's like, I cannot believe. I never thought that anyone would ever show up for this boat. So anyway, I guess follow me. As he kind of starts to walk towards,
You need some help off those boxes?
he says, if I needed help from someone like you, from a Morgan, nonetheless,
From all of the Morgans.
then that would be the day that Jai Lars, what's his business's name, Gus?
What's the business's
Yeah, what's
name?
the business name?
Like our business name or
No,
his business
Jai
name?
Lars' business name.
I would say his business name is Jai Lars Tackle Box.
If I needed the help of the Morgans, then this would be the end of Jai Lars Tackle Box. We are the premier boat builders in the southern coast of Kioland. Anyway, he kind of
Odd that your business name is Tacklebox, but you have nothing to do with fishing.
he says it's supposed to be ironic, and he's going to he's standing on these crates, and he just kind of he's kind of have almost like it looks almost like a scroll tube, and he pulls out of it like a little like roll out ladder and like rolls it down the crates, and he climbs down the crates, and he only stands like 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground, very short.
Now, Tom, not to get too racial on you, but what race would you say Jailar is?
He's a gnome.
He's a gnome.
He's a gnome.
My favorites.
He's a gnome. He's very he's kind of has this Mediterranean look to him. So very kind of he's darker.
Greek?
Yeah, Greek. Looks very Greek. He's kind of got curly hair, darker skin. Envision like somebody. Yeah, he's Greek, and he starts to lead you to this kind of like, one of those, not a barn, but like a boat storage shed that would be like, that would have a dock inside of it where you could kind of take a boat into it.
A dry dock.
A dry dock. Thank you for that nautical term tonight, Morgan. You're going to get a point of inspiration for that.
Dang it, I already have one.
Oh, that's too bad. I
You
guess
can
you should
share.
spend it. So
Can I share it?
no.
Give your other one to Alex.
No.
Let me give it to Alex.
Okay, you can give it to Alex.
All right, you can have it,
Thanks.
Alex.
Thanks, Jake.
You're welcome. I am a gracious DM.
Alex is so inspired by all of Jake's knowledge about boats.
So inspired. So anyway,
That's only the tip of the iceberg.
yes. So
Another nautical joke.
he All right, so
That's a sad reference, though.
he leads you into this
Too soon?
Yeah, too soon. He leads you into this this dry dock, and there's a ship in there.
Oh, I heard the sound of the doors opening.
Yeah, let me pull up. I got a little piece of look. I have a little piece of artwork to show you all.
I can't wait to see this artwork.
Yeah, look at this boat. All right, you all see this boat?
Not yet.
No.
Show me that boat.
I'm gonna show you this boat. You see the boat?
I see
Oh,
the
that
boat.
is a nice boat.
That's a
Pretty nice
good
boat.
boat.
So what this is this is a visual representation of the size of this boat. It does not look this great. It is definitely going to need to be cleaned. It needs new sails. Everything is moth-eaten. It's almost like basically a two-sailed it's just what do they call it? A keel
Tom
boat.
knows all
Keel
about
boat. It's a
boats.
keel boat. All right. So it's a little two-sailed keel boat that you all have. And Jailar's looking at it. He's like, "Yeah, somebody has paid for storage of this boat for. It's been like 30-something years, I think, at this point.
Has it ever been out to sea?
No, it hasn't. They've just paid for storage, and you know what? Easiest money I've ever made. I don't have to do anything."
Does
Yeah,
this
that makes
boat have a
sense.
name, Tom? Or Jylar, I guess.
Jylar. He says, not that I know of. He says, the boat just kind of pulled in one day with a crew of people who had said that they'd been paid to bring it here, and with a note, and the first down payment for storage, and it hasn't left since.
What did the note say?
Oh, it literally just said to store this boat until the Morgans arrive.
30 years ago, you said?
This is roughly 30 or so years ago.
So that
Would you
lines
say-
up with our timeline because we're a little bit over 30 years old.
It's just been sitting in here. It's probably not seaworthy. I mean, it probably will float, but you're not probably going to get far. He says, but you are here at Jylar's Tackle Box, and we can provide numerous services to get this boat ship ready. And if you would like me to, I can put together a draft of terms where we can discuss the costs.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and put together a quote for us.
I will put together a quote for you.
Sure. I mean, it sounds like it's already paid for in full, so shouldn't be a problem.
It is paid for, but it's just the storage. And he just writes something down on a little scrap of paper. I will get this boat seaworthy. It won't be cleaned. It'll float, though, all right? It'll float. I'll get that ready for you. And this is what I require, as he hands you this little scrap of paper.
I take the scrap of paper.
And it says he requires
One gold point.
splinters from a tree struck by lightning.
Oddly specific here.
I'm a collector of wood.
Okay.
So how does this help us?
You bring me pieces of a tree that was struck by lightning, and I will fix your boat.
For
It's
free.
not a boat, all right? It's called a caravel.
What is is that? Hold on. Above the table, is a caravel a nautical term?
It's a type of boat.
It is a type of boat.
Of course,
It
this
is the official type of boat that we're looking at right now. Triangle sails with a cabin in the back.
it's a caravel, of course. You've spent some time at sea.
Yeah, I would think somebody who built ships would know this.
He says, I facilitate the construction of ships. I don't build the ships.
Interesting.
Now look, get me my piece of tree.
Just one piece of tree?
One piece of tree that was struck by lightning. That's all I ask.
Actually, I happen to have some of that wood on me at this very moment.
All right. In chat, go ahead and throw it out there if Jake starts to go too far.
Okay. Redacted.
No.
Redacted.
What do we got? Do you all huddle up? You kind of push Jylar aside. You all are kind of in the what they call the Morgan mosh pit, where you guys all just kind of get together, huddle up, and what do you all say?
So, do we know where there's a tree that's been struck by lightning?
Well, I've been struck by lightning.
Yeah,
I am
where
aware.
did that happen to be at?
Well, the unfortunate thing about it was that it struck me and not a tree.
You
I've
didn't
got
happen to be
I've
in
got
the
an
tree?
idea. Guys, I've got an idea. My brain is making the headache happen where thoughts come out.
Go on,
Does
Morgan.
not sound fun.
All right, well, you know that here in the city, there is a fella by the name of, who's the magic guy? Tom?
Oh, you're talking about the person who could get you magic items?
Yes.
All right, yes. So you would remember this person as that person's name is Captain Zendros.
Captain Zendros lives here in town. He is a procurer of magical items. Perhaps he can get us a bead on like a javelin of lightning or some sort of ring that lets us cast a lightning spell. Because then we just go to any old tree, give it the old zap, and then we're like, here's 300 trees that have been shot by lightning. Then we don't
Sounds
have
like
to
a
just
good
go
An
plan.
awful
trudging
lot
around.
about these lightning specific items, Morgan.
Well, I mean, I'm just making them up off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's got to be some sort of items that can cast lightning.
Maybe.
So
I
while
mean,
they're in this huddle, I
no
want to
worse
turn
thing.
around. I want to turn around and walk up to Jylar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go, Jylar, how much would you pay for this boat in its current condition if I were to sell it to you?
Man, I wish they had boat costed here.
Man, sometimes the book just don't have it.
It just doesn't. You really wish that they would just say, hey, this costs 50,000 gold pieces. He's going to say, this boat right here, probably about 5,000 gold pieces.
Turn back around to my brothers and I go, boys, that sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, sorry, we were arguing. What?
We're going to sell the boat for 5,000 gold pieces.
What?
So you want to stay here in Saltmarsh?
Yeah.
You just want to live here for the rest of your life?
I didn't say that. I'm going to leave Saltmarsh, but I don't think we need this boat.
Well, I say let's take a vote for it.
Okay, we're going to vote for this. All right. You all are, Jylar is like really confused at this point. And now, show of hands. Who wants to sell the boat? So, Gus raises his hand.
Hi.
And then, who does not want to sell the boat?
I don't want to sell no boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we hold off on selling the boat. It's a potential source of income.
Well, think about
getting us
this.
away from here quickly.
We could buy a boat for 5,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, but if this one is worth 5,000 gold pieces,
In its current condition.
In its current condition, we can get a boat that is ready to go now.
Well, yeah, but not. I mean, think if we fix this one up, it's seaworthy, it's clean, ready to go. Then you sell it. Maybe it's worth double.
Would
Well,
it be?
take us a
What's
little
the-
bit of time and some lightning.
What's the cost benefit analysis of this one, Tom?
Tom has not ran this cost benefit analysis.
I mean, based on the cannon I'm sitting right here, it's definitely worth a minimum.
It's a lot. This is a
10,000.
nice. This boat has some potential. It really does. And Gus, you may be being a little short-sighted here by selling this boat. This is also the boat that your father left you.
yeah,
Which I'm not
it
really
might
a
have
fan
might
of.
have clues about
It
it.
might have clues.
Can I jump on the boat and see if there's clues?
Oh, you can absolutely. This is your boat.
I'm gonna go into the cabin. And
What? But,
st-
there he goes. No stopping him once he puts his mind to something.
I want to have a look around.
Okay. You have a look around in this cabin.
Yeah, so I open it up, and I'm assuming it's not very well lit. But I find a candle near the entrance, and I light it and start looking around.
The main deck of this boat is it's very nondescript. A lot of all the ropes are dry rotted. The sails are just torn. You kind of make your way through into the cabin. You said it's a very simple cabin. There's 2 beds in there. There's a chest as well. And then there is a table with looks like a lot of papers. And then in the very center of this cabin is almost like a pedestal, but there's nothing on it.
Is there some sort of like, I don't know, what shape would you say is on top of the pedestal? Like, would a sphere go on it? Is it just kind
It's just flat.
of flat on top?
It's just flat on top.
Okay.
No, you know what?
And there's
It's
no
not. It's
kinda
not.
indication.
It's not flat. It's actually kind of like a bowl.
Okay. So if I were to like investigate, would I be able to kind of figure out
Yeah,
what
go ahead
would...
and roll investigation.
All right, maybe I won't do that right now. My character sheet is not showing up, so I don't have any of the little clicking things. I don't know what my investigation numbers are.
What? You don't know what that? You don't know what's showing? All right, let me fix that for you.
Hold on. Okay, it's thinking. All right, here I go. I'm rolling investigation. Whoop.
Oh. So nothing seems super odd to you. The maps are definitely maps of this region. They're very detailed maps of this region.
Mm-hmm. If I look at the maps, do I see any like X's or circles or anything?
You don't. There are just definitely some nautical charts, but these are worth a lot of money
Okay.
because these maps are extremely detailed. These are very odd to be on. This is kind of the maps that would be on like a very expensive and well-renowned trading vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Not on some sort of what was the ship called, Morgan?
A caravel.
A
And here,
caravel.
just for the cost analysis, according to the D&D compendium,
Yes.
this would be classified as a sailing ship because the caravel uses the ships or the sails, right? So it is one of the cheapest ships, a sailing ship, right?
Yep.
The most expensive is a galley. Right below that is a warship, and then a longship and sailing ship are the same. And then you have a keel boat, which is 3,000, and then a rowboat, which is 50 gold. The problem with the keel boat, if we sold this for 5,000 and then try to buy a keel boat, the keel boat can only be moved by oars, which means all three of us are going to have to be pulling oars. Where the sailing ship, you have sails and you don't have to do any work. You
Yeah.
know
Well, that's not quite how that works, but
what?
well, you still have to do some work.
Yeah. I just mean like
You just let it
at
go.
nighttime you can set the sails and then just like people
Yes.
can rest. Versus if you got a keel boat, it's like, well, I guess we'll just drift until the morning after we're ready to row again.
Yeah. So what are you? Gus is up on this boat. What are you two doing?
I'm gonna ask Steric, like, what is wrong with Gus? Does he not have a love of the sea like you and I?
I mean, I feel like my love of the sea was a bit forced, you know. Kind of told get out of your home and don't come back, and then so okay, there's some sailing there, and then you're picked up by a slave ship. You're in slavery. There's some sailing there. I mean, there's not a lot of good stuff so far tied to the sea yet, but I still think that having this boat, like I don't see the point of getting rid of it right now unless we're leaving by land. Then sure.
Well,
And I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to the west and the north of Saltmarsh.
I'm glad
been
you and
there
I are on the
myself,
same
but-
page.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It seems
I
like
mean,
it's being a
Gus
little
is
hasty.
going around kidding the neighbors, and he's trying to sell the ships. Like, I don't know. He's a loose cannon, that's for sure.
I mean, he's definitely a little wilder than this gnome I knew throughout this whole last 15 years or so. But
So Gus comes back out. He comes back.
that's a
down.
throwback from the last campaign, guys.
Yeah, go listen to that one. It was good. All right, so you, Gus, you come back out. Now, what do you say?
Well,
Gerald's like, "You going to get me my piece of wood? I'll fix it right up."
Yeah,
He asked me that?
We'll go figure it. Yeah, does he ask Gus that or the other Morgans that are down?
Just in general, he asks all of you.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll go figure out how we're gonna get a piece of wood.
Will you pay
Thanks, guy.
extra if we can supply you with a lot of this lightning bolted wood?
And not really. I mean, I just want the one piece. I'm a collector, not a.
Oh. Well, That's frustrating.
I just need the one.
All right.
I mean, the bright side is Morgan. He's gonna do all the work for free as long as we find him a piece of wood struck by lightning.
This is
Oh.
true.
Check this out.
So that's pretty
Potion of
nice.
lightning breath.
Did you
Yeah,
just
do you
find
know
it
where
on
to
the
get
street?
No. I'm saying that it's a one-time use, so we don't have to, drip our pockets dry for some kind of reusable magic item, and we could just, pop a little potion, get to shoot it 3 times within the hour, boom, done.
Boom, done. So, that sounds like that's what you're gonna do. Gerald's like, shake on it.
Sure.
He shakes all 3 of your hands, if you allow him.
Just spits on his hand first and sticks it out there.
He actually, I see that at least one of you is fond of or knows of the gnome tradition of closing business deals, and he's gonna hawk the biggest loogie ever and make a constitution. No. All right, the deal has been struck. You all are leaving the docks. Now where are you going to?
So,
How much time do we have before the council meeting?
It's probably coming up pretty soon.
So,
guys,
if we're gonna go, we should go next.
Is the
Yes.
magic shop on the way to the city hall?
Yeah, but you're gonna need more time at the magic shop.
I mean, we could just pop in and pop out.
We
We don't have to shop around. We know exactly what we're looking for.
guys, I don't know if we need it. I don't know if we need to go to a magic shop. Just say we're not.
Why
I
would
have,
we not?
I
need
have
it?
an idea. If you'll trust me on this one, but I'd prefer to step like let's go to the tree first, and then we can talk about it. So
we would
either
like to
before
go
or
to the
after
nearest
council meeting.
tree on the way there. That one right there behind the house.
okay.
Well,
Do
I
they
was
have-
thinking
ooh,
like
is there a
away
tree
from
right?
people because this
Is
might
there
be pretty
a tree
loud.
right in front of City Hall? I feel like that's where we should do it, right in front of City Hall before the council meeting.
I was thinking more like over here by the Kingfisher River. You can kind of get away, like over past the farmland there and away from all the people.
Shall
They
we
already
vote?
don't like me very much.
Morgan?
so-
Morgan, shall we vote?
I'm saying I'm voting for right here.
Apparently,
right here,
this is a
behind this
democracy.
house. This one little tree.
I'll second that. There. What you got in mind?
Are there people around? Are there like people
Make
around?
a-
that
make
This
a-
is somebody's
see?
backyard.
Make a
Yeah, exactly.
make a perception check.
Oh, jeez.
Can I contest this perception check to
No.
make more people there?
No.
Distract him from seeing the people.
Oh, 19.
I would like to yell loudly, "Hey everyone, come look! He's gonna do magic!"
No. All right. So you don't. You see people, but you wait. So you're able to wait until they leave. You kind of look around and observe, and they kind of leave for a little bit. It looks like you see them leave with some bags or go a cart to go to market, and then you can now go into these people's backyard if you so desire.
Yeah, I'll go to the very backyard.
Okay.
And like as we're walking, I'm like, okay, so something really like this whole storm thing happened, and we got this letter, but that night, I assume it's around the same time you were struck by lightning, Gus. I mean, something like really weird happened. I woke up in the.
If you tell me that you struck me by lightning, we're gonna have problems.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what happened. But I mean, definitely the room at the inn that I was in, it was definitely a disaster when I woke up after that storm.
It's a late night,
for
huh?
me, something strange happened to me as well, I realized.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I see dim light as bright, and I see complete darkness as dim light. It's like my eyesight's gotten better.
Yeah, I mean that's how I've always seen. That's pretty. So you couldn't see that before?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Just
Well, you
eyesight
were the
better
special
overnight.
one that everybody wanted to talk to, so maybe
No,
I'm gonna
nobody
turn
wanted to
into a
talk to me,
special-
Morgan.
Oh, the elves did. They came all around. They didn't want to talk to old
No.
Morgan.
They definitely. I tried to talk to them every time they came in, and they always shut me out.
Well, maybe they didn't talk to you directly. They sure talked a lot about you.
Well, it'd be nice if they would have maybe shared a little insight into what was so exciting.
Well,
Maybe I wouldn't have had to leave 15 years ago.
They
here I
say
thought
that
I had something special.
nonverbal communication is more than half of all communication.
Exactly. And see, they weren't allowing me into that side of their communication. I
You know
felt
what?
extremely left out.
I agree with that. Gus, speaking of which, you know how you just tried to sell our ship? I would like to give him some nonverbal communication with my hand.
Yeah, would you? What would you like to say to me, Morgan?
You know, just the classic,
Yeah.
the classic things.
Listen, I'm the little brother, but I'm not gonna back down. We're older. I'm older.
No.
I'm wiser. Don't mess with me.
Is that a challenge?
No, it's a promise.
You guys now turn and see what is Steric doing.
I'm just like standing there looking at the two of them bicker back and forth about what happened 20 minutes ago. Like, oh, okay, are we done? I thought we were older and wiser now. Are we done arguing? Like
I'm done.
were?
I was
Oh,
never
I've been
arguing.
done. I've been done.
Okay. All right. Well, so on the topic of lightning, the scorch marks that were all over the room, I don't know. The innkeeper said when they left that it looked like there was light flashing from one of the upstairs rooms. I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence, but I don't know. Maybe somehow I can like shoot lightning out and we can save our money and don't have to worry about it.
Can you though?
I don't know. This just happened.
And then, can you though?
Can you though? We're gonna make T-shirts, boys.
Can you though?
No, really, can you?
Can you?
I don't know, Tom. I guess you'll have to look at my character sheet and
I think you
or
can.
wait and see what happens.
I think you can.
I would like to vote on naming our boat "Can You" with a question mark. Can you?
We'll get to that later. So, Steric, you line up in front of this tree.
Yep. So I'm gonna line up and like, well, I don't really know how or what's gonna happen. So just maybe take a step back.
I mean, I'm resistant to lightning damage, so you can do what you want.
You are?
Yeah,
Turn around and look at you. How? I mean,
I've been struck by lightning
you've been struck.
twice.
I guess that twice. What? I mean, I knew about the one.
Well, this would be the second time.
Oh, this would be the
Well,
second.
I didn't die the first time, so I assume I'm resistant.
I guess that's a good point. You didn't die.
You know, I'm resistant to falling off of buildings. Because when I was a kid, I fell off the garage and I didn't die, so I assume that I'm resistant.
All right. So now, what do you do?
So, I am going to just kind of like put my hands up in like a magic-y kind of way because I don't really know what I'm doing at all. And
You like grunt really hard, like trying to get the lightning to come out of your fingers.
yeah, exactly. Just like, and just like focusing a little too hard, like a vein starts to kind of pop on my forehead. Face gets like really kind of bright red because I'm just focusing way too hard on this, and just nothing is happening for like a solid like 2 minutes. Just way too much to the point it's probably really boring for anybody watching. And then eventually, like, throw my hands down, sweat, like a bead of sweat on my forehead dripping down, and just turn around like, well, where's the magic shop?
Wait, nothing
That was
happens?
that was the grossest attempt at magic I've ever seen in my life.
All right. Something's definitely going to happen. It has to.
Does he have to roll for it?
He doesn't need to roll for it.
Does the tree need to roll for it?
When Steric turns around to look at you,
Does he look at us?
he looks at you, and this tree is going to just lightning crackles around Steric.
Why? That makes no sense.
It does. It's very cool. Lightning crackles around Steric.
Does he look like Dragon Ball Z character?
He kind of does, and just from him, a bolt of lightning is going to strike this tree. All right, and then also, Steric, I need you to go ahead and roll D100 on the Wild Magic Surge chart.
I'm not a wild magic sorcerer.
Oh, that's right. You're not a Wild Magic Sorcerer.
No.
We'll put that away. All right.
I could definitely do this, but I am
Yes,
choosing
roll
not
it.
to.
Roll it, because this is the sort.
it
Roll a
Makes
D100.
sense that I don't understand how this
Yeah,
works.
that's why you're gonna roll D100.
Well, technically, sorcery it's innate. So
Right.
if you try to do it, then it would probably work,
Yeah,
right?
it works. That's what I'm saying.
You have to know still have to know certain things.
Yeah, but you have a spell called
don't
Shocking
know.
Grasp, so there you go.
That is not the spell I was going to use.
But it guys, it happens. This tree bursts forth with lightning as it comes forth from Steric.
I have a couple other
Gross.
questions too. One, how tall is this tree? Two, what kind of tree is it? And three, is the owner of the property angry that we just lightninged their tree?
The owner of the property is gone because Steric used his perception to check.
Ah, but can we do like a jump cut to later in the day when the owner comes back and they see that the tree has been lightninged?
It was lightning, and you guys get your piece. Yeah, the owner comes back, and not only is it just been struck by lightning, but it is also burned. All right,
Still don't know how because I wanted to intentionally fail.
because did you want to intentionally fail?
Yeah, I wanted it to not work.
All right, so yeah, totally. I'm cool with.
I definitely could have done
You
this.
just
But I
gotta,
did not want it to
you
work.
just gotta tell me these things. We gotta communicate. No, so that's perfectly cool. So you intentionally, yeah. So it doesn't. So we retcon that. It does not work. All right. You see Steric just try his hardest. Like you have no idea what your brother is doing. He is.
Wow, that was a interesting display. Just for a brief moment, I thought you had cast some sort of spell and caused some sort of random magical effect. But it appears my eyesight is not as good as I thought it was, because here you are standing there twinkling your fingers.
No, what we had was the classic kind of anime scene where the characters like envisioning them doing this really cool thing, and then we actually cut back to reality,
what
and
actually
it really never happened. All right,
I don't know, guys. It was worth a try. I don't know. That's kind of embarrassing. And I'll walk by and just like walk by the guys just towards where the magic shop is.
okay. So now what are you guys doing?
We're going to go to the magic shop.
Okay.
One magic, please.
The magic shop. Okay. All righty.
Yeah, Tom, I'm thinking he's been like this whole thing happened like a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
Like the storm, dad, the message from our father. Like it's very fresh.
It's so fresh. So
Right?
you feel it. That's why you said that you thought you could do something.
Yeah, I just don't know how it works yet.
Because exactly
I don't know
because
how to call on
you
it.
told them about this experience that you had at the inn.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah. So it's over here. You guys run back real quick because you know that you don't have too much time. All right. So what this place says the faithful quartermasters of Ayus. Okay, that's what this large kind of It's a very it almost looks like some sort of emissary building. They have flags flying of a different nation. There's like a little wall around it, and as you all enter, somebody's there to greet you. Let's see if I can show you guys something. All right,
Yeah.
here you go. You see something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Zendros. You see this? You see a female tiefling. She's kind of has some coins in her hands. She's standing. There's all sorts of. This place just feels magical inside. There's potion bottles. There's glowing weapons. There's like mirrors and crystals. This is probably one of the most magical places that you've ever seen. It's the most magical place on Earth. All right,
What about Disney?
no. So, what can I help you with?
Oh, Captain Zendros. So nice to see you.
Yes,
My name is Morgan. You may have heard of me.
I have. And I'm.
All right. Listen, we just need a lightning spell or a potion or something. Let's just cut the theatrics and just get right to business.
I like you.
Thank you.
So much. Oh, not you.
Wow, that's rude.
The who's the frumpy looking one? You thought that was funny, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good. The frumpy looking one. Eh?
All right. So anyway, we're short on time. We have a council meeting to get to, but we do need to find a lightning spell or potion quickly, if possible. Do you have any of that in your shop?
I do. I can give you a potion.
Sounds great. Thank you.
A potion of
Lightning breath.
lightning
wooden
breath.
lightning.
Yes, potion of lightning breath, because that's somewhere in here. We'll get to that later time. All right.
Don't worry, it's a one-time use.
It's a one-time use. My question though is it a common item?
Oh, I don't know. I can.
So
I can
common.
look
I've
up.
seen like 50 of them.
Okay, let's compare it to a potion of fireball. It's uncommon. Okay, it is uncommon. She says, matter of fact, I have one of those, but it's gonna cost you 300 gold pieces. Magic doesn't come
300?
cheap in the southern lands.
Could you do 150?
I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you for free.
Well, this sounds much better.
It does.
Now we're
Your
talking.
charm, Gus.
I'll give it to you for free right now. But I'm going to need you to do something for me.
Whoa.
What is that?
Listen, this is coming on awful quick.
I know. I don't have much time. You all said that you have to go to a council meeting. I'm going to
Yep.
give you this potion. She kind of rustles underneath of the counter and pulls out this cylindrical bottle that just, it looks like a storm is inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
A potion of lightning breath. Could use to do a lot of damage, this thing can. All right. It's very rare, very expensive, and very powerful. So, I'm going to give you this. You all can have it. Think of it as not really a gift. Think of it as a loan. And what you will do for me in return is that when I send you a note in the next few days requesting that you come over to our tower to perform a task for us, you all will drop whatever you're doing and you'll go do that task.
Can we ask what the task is now?
It's literally, it'll take you about 2 days. Where we gather items, and I'm just gonna have you go get something for us. That's it. Very simple.
What if we were to say that we only need a portion of this potion because all we need to do is strike up a tree with lightning? We just need just a
It
splash.
doesn't work that way. Once you uncork the bottle, you release the full storm.
Is there like a less powerful one that could maybe just release like a little thunderstorm?
I don't think you understand what our shop is. I mean, if you want to go buy and sell in simple prestidigitation magic and whatnot, then by all means, go down the street, speak to somebody else. But if you want a potion of lightning breath, then you better be able to pay up or get out.
Now listen, this is a little bit out of my element. I can't even spell prestidigitation.
But luckily I can. So
yeah, I'm gonna leave this hysteric.
So, I guess, I mean, I turn to the give us one moment, please, just to discuss this amongst ourselves, if you will.
Sure.
I don't want to make the decision for my brothers here. I'll turn to the other Morgans. Like, all right, guys, look. I mean, my idea didn't really pan out, so I think this is really all we've got to be able to do this right now, unless we want to come back later when we actually have money some other way. So, what do you think? What do you guys think?
Here's my vote. I hate her. She's awful. She made fun of me. So I think we should say, sure, let's do it for free. That's fine. And then whenever she calls on us to do the job, if we don't like the job, then we say, we want to renegotiate because we've already gotten what we want.
I like that.
It's true.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll turn around and be like, all right, Captain Zendros.
Yes. Do we have a deal?
We'll take your deal.
And then all of a sudden a parrot kind of lands on our shoulders. And it's like, they'll take the deal. They'll take the deal. They'll
So what do we
take the
need to do?
deal.
Do we sign anything, or we just take the potion and you let us know?
She's going to throw you the potion.
I will catch the potion.
You catch the potion. Very kind of like,
Got it.
good thing you didn't drop that. Anyway,
Yeah.
yes, I'll be contacting you in the next few days once I have a few other items lined up. Confirmation, make sure it's as simple as possible. I want to make sure that everything, all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, makes total sense.
Okay,
So,
then.
Now, do we have to
Question.
say anything when we open the bottle, or we just? I mean, do we know? How do we know what to do?
Well,
You drink it.
somebody's going to drink it. This man actually, you knew that. Good for you.
I got a question.
Shoot.
So you asked earlier if the item was a common or uncommon. Does that mean you have all the items that are considered common or uncommon available, and anything that's not one of those two things, you know where we can find one? Is that how this works?
It can take some time, but I'm pretty good about finding whatever you may need.
Well, I got something that I want.
What do you want?
Well, I used to run with the military types, and there was a fella who had these certain braces. He called them braces of archery. They said to help him with his arrows a little better.
And it also straightens his teeth.
It is, if you need to know, it's an uncommon item, and it requires attunement. And it gives me just +2 bonus damage, but not +2 to hit. And it's only with longbows and short bows, not with crossbows.
Okay, perfect. There's actually rules for this. So, you want some bracers of archery. She's going to pull out this
Correct.
very large book and start looking in the book. Okay, so I don't have it right now, but I can get it. Jake, I want you to go ahead and roll 1d4 for me.
Oh no, is this going to determine how hard it is to find?
It is.
All right, here we go. D4.
A 1.
1.
Nice. She's like, come back in 1 week.
Oh no.
And I'll have the bracers of archery waiting for you.
I got
Oh.
one more thing on my list. What? Just while we're doing stuff.
Okay.
It is. Sorry. I need to. I'm not sure. Is it shoes or is it boots?
I don't know. Morgan, how are you paying for all this?
Slippers. I'll figure it out. Just she needs to get it first. I saw a fellow with these. He used to do the riggings up on the ships. He would climb very, very easily. He had these slippers, you see, called slippers of spider climbing.
Okay.
It's also uncommon.
Roll 1d4.
All right. Hopefully I roll another one so I can just pick them up at the same time. Yes!
All right. So here's the deal, though. She's going to request that she's going to ask for 50 gold points, gold pieces as a retainer for this, though.
I'll give you 15.
Fine. I'll take it.
That's literally all the gold that I have on me.
So you have no gold, and she's going to work at getting you these items. Come back in 1 week.
Guys, I'm trying to min-max my character.
Yeah, I would notice.
Yeah, we can see that.
Definitely can see that.
We're there. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll deal with. I can deal with this kind of stuff. Okay. So, she's gonna hand you. Obviously, Steric has this potion. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. When I call, you better answer. She says as you're leaving.
Is that a threat?
Sure.
No, it's just a statement. Well, you don't need to be.
Seemed like,
You don't need to be extremely aggressive like that.
I know, but your tone, it was just very kind of off-putting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize.
She's a tiefling. Anything they say sort of comes off like that.
Yes. Do you guys?
It's poor parentage.
Do you guys know?
All right,
No, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, we have a meeting to get to.
You have a meeting to get to because I was just gonna spew some Greyhawk lore, but I don't need to. So
I mean, just if you have something to say, just put it in a note.
I'll just
it
put
in
in.
the note.
I'll send you guys the notes.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So you want to go to the city council meeting?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. You get to the council building. All right. It's right up here. You guys have been here before. Outside there's not very many people here. Like I said, they do it at like 2:00 to make sure that there's not a lot of people here. They don't want, who wants their citizens, participating in local government?
Nobody.
Nobody. And that's how Saltmarsh runs things here, if that means anything to you. So, as you enter in, there's people who are trying to find their seats. You see Gielan, Primewater, he's up there. You see Ida, Owland, who used the leader of the council. All right, and then you see your friend Eleander Fireborn. He's on the council, as well as there's a dwarf who's on the council as well, and then a very young, energetic fellow, very thin, clean, like very clean cut, well dressed. He's going around shaking hands. He actually comes up to you all. It's a welcome. I haven't seen you at any of these meetings before. It's great to have as many people as possible here to participate. Absolutely love it. Make yourself at home, fellas.
Oh, we plan to. Literally.
He's like, he kind of gives you kind of a push on the shoulder. Good for you. I love that attitude. Keep it up.
Oh my goodness.
I like him.
So
Oh, thank you. It is great to be encouraged by the citizens of this fair town.
Oh, would you mind speaking on our behalf, calling us citizens?
Absolutely. I mean, you're here. Do you own property?
Yes.
Then
This
you.
is Eleander.
No, this. You don't actually know this guy's name. He's a very young. He's somebody that you haven't met. So you have met everybody on council, it seems so far, except this guy and the dwarf, the female dwarf up there, who just looks absolutely disinterested as far as being here. And he's like, absolutely, you own property here. You're a citizen of Saltmarsh. And
Wow.
Don't you let anyone else tell you otherwise.
Well, we're going to be calling on you very shortly, I'm sure.
What was your name, sir?
My name is Anders Solmer.
Anders Solmer. Well, it's nice to meet you, Anders.
This is nice to meet you. too.
Saltmarsh. That sounds a lot like Saltmarsh.
Oh, it's not related at all. We're actually I'm quite new here in town, so I'm enjoying meeting everybody and just familiarizing myself with the area.
How new are you to town?
Probably been here for about last 2 years since the mine opened up. When the king sent everybody down, hold on. Look, Ida's calling me. We got to get started. You fellas sit tight, okay? He's going to go. Ida just shakes her head and kind of knocks the gavel. All right. This session will now begin. Can I get a motion to... Everybody raise their hand. Okay. Anyway, so we have she kind of just pauses for a second as she looks and sees you all. So, you hear unbelievable. She kind of looks over at Eleander and shakes her head. You see her mouth kind of, this is your fault, to him. Okay. So, first order of business is the new fishing license will be issued to Gil. She points over to Gielan. To Gielan, Prime Water requests a new fishing license. I move that we go ahead and pass these. Everybody kind of raises their hand, and Anders is like, I object. This is Mr. Prime Water once again using his council connections to try to further his business. Some of the citizens around you start to nod their head. Yeah. They look at you. That's right. That's right.
I agree.
Everybody's like, yeah, we agree with Anders.
Yeah, good on you, Anders.
Oh, Ida just looks out over the crowd. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Well, anyway, we vote. You all don't. Anyone who... Council, let's vote. So the motion is going to pass. Anders...
Wait, is this the council showing their power over the people by not listening to the democratic
the floor is
system that they've set up here?
The floor is not open to public comments at the moment. We will open it up here shortly.
Well, clearly it doesn't matter before you pass any rulings what the people think.
While he says this, I want to kick the chair in front of me to the side and put my feet up on it and pull out a dagger and start sharpening a stick very menacingly, looking dead at what's her name? Whoever that woman is on the council that hates us.
So I actually like that. I was gonna say oh no, guards would be rushing in, but you know what? This is like a pirate town. All right, so this is there's maybe some old drunks in here. Everybody's kind of okay.
Someone's probably sharpening their peg leg already.
Well, hold on. Too many people talking.
Or the power of this council here, huh? Which of the powers that be here is trying to stifle the voice of the public?
All right, we basically...
You're having this council meeting in the middle of the day when the hardworking citizens of Saltmarsh are all busy in their shops and can't make it, so that you all can make decisions without having to listen to anyone else's thoughts on it? It doesn't seem right.
It doesn't.
Staring down the council.
It doesn't. Go ahead and roll a persuasion, Steric.
Can I give him an advantage since I'm being intimidating?
Yes.
Well,
okay.
I think he's good.
You get a 16.
All right, here's the thing. Ida's going to...
Throw me out.
No, she's going to. All right, fine. I motion that we table this matter until we have a time of public discussion.
Thank you.
Gil,
I think that's all that the people wanted.
Are you serious? This is ridiculous. He's going to stand up and he's going to leave. Ada's like, you can't. He's like, I'm done. And he walks out.
According to the
record show
town
that
charter, if you leave in the middle of a council, your seat is therefore open. Steric, I motion that you take Mr. Galen's seat on the council effective immediately.
I am touched.
Do I have a
Seconded.
second?
Seconded.
That's a second. All right, motion carries.
All right, so
please, Steric, take your place.
we do a smash cut where the narrator's like, that was not the law. And then they're talking about the next order of business, which is actually the mine's quarterly report. I want somebody to go and roll D6 for me.
Alex is doing it.
I got it.
Alex is the roller.
A 4.
A 4. Okay. All right, this is what's going on at the mine. A 4. So the female dwarf gives her report that she says a group of miners went missing underground and they may have been snatched by slavers.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this miners as in like by age, or miners as in those that work in a mine?
Those that work in a
Probably
mine.
both.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
They're miners.
Miners. So just file that in the back of your brain. They move on to their next. That Eleander is going to issue his report as well on the current state of the military. Go ahead and roll again. Roll a d6.
Okay. A 5.
They also. This is all tying in together. Eleander lost a patrol of soldiers recently near the drowned forest that he thinks also was potentially snatched up by slavers. And Eleander says that he believes that the sea princes are increasing their activity in the region. Once again. And he says, that brings us to our final order of business, which I think ties in perfectly with this. The sea princes have increased their operations within the region of Saltmarsh. And lucky for us, there are 3 competent new citizens here. Kind of.
What do you think he's talking about?
Competent.
He says, I believe that having them here is a boon to our city. They are all formidable warriors, and they're great guys. They're really good guys, I think, and I think that we need to give them a chance. And
Who do you think he's talking about?
I don't know.
I'm talking about the Morgans, and there's an audible like, as everybody kind of turns.
Except for the 3 of us, we all go, oh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I just don't understand why he's saying formidable when there's only 3 of us.
That's
Wordplay.
Means,
that's the Morgan that I know and forgot, and
Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan.
and so
Family tradition.
anyway, there's the order of business. Ida kind of butts in, as we need to vote to remove the exile of one Steric Morgan. Anders. Now, what do you mean? These people, what do you mean they were exiled?
I wasn't exiled.
These, this is not the type of town that I would like to be part of. We need to change things today. I
agree with Anders.
I vote immediately. This is not even up for debate. That Steric Morgan is no longer in exile.
Aye.
Aye.
Everybody's kind of the count. Ida is not wanting to fight this battle. Okay, Steric, as of this day, you're exiled no longer from Saltmarsh. Eleander, they're your responsibility. Council dismissed. She bangs her gavel and stands up.
What? That actually went through?
Yeah,
15 years. Oh my god.
it's all very emotional. Eleander actually had a cake ready for you and everything. Just be like, no, he didn't have a cake. All right.
That didn't sound like him.
Oh, he comes up to you all. He's with Anders. All right. I guess it's official.
Like hugging my brothers. Like,
Well,
guys, I don't have to. They're not gonna kick me out.
Anders kind of tries to get in with the group hug. It's very awkward.
Oh no.
Okay.
I put a hand on Anders and like motion back, like, no, we're not there.
He says, no. That's great. I'm so happy to have you all here. It is going to be good to have people who are going to be willing to go up against Prime Water and Oland.
You could definitely, probably, maybe count on
Absolutely.
Morgan to go against the grain.
He says, if you ever want to talk about anything, just swing by my mansion.
I think he's.
What line of business are you in, Anders?
I'm a very successful fisherman. Well, I own a fishing company. Well, my father, he owned the fishing company. I'm totally envisioning this is Bobby Newport.
Bobby Newport.
This is my
Bobby Newport.
And I just kind of inherited it, but I'm doing my best and I'm here and I'm ready to go.
Hey, I like the sound of that. That's
Good job. Good job.
All right, Eleander. Anders now. Okay, run along. He says, yeah, guys. He kind of gives you finger guns. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. Eleander starts to walk out of the council room with you all.
with us.
Yes, with you. Okay. So, Morgan, what's the next play here? You all I could use some help.
Some help doing what?
Like I said, you heard in there, the Sea Princes are ramping up their activity.
Well, I need to earn some gold so I can pay for my goodies coming up in a week. So I'm all in.
Okay.
Plus, we need to finish our ship, which is in great need of repair.
Well, that's fine. It's not immediately. You said you have a ship, right?
Yeah.
Well,
needs some work, like Gus said.
Well,
yeah.
If you all are willing, then I'm willing to hire your vessel to act as almost as privateers to take care of the help patrol, because I'm running out of resources here.
We might need a little bit more assistance then, because this vessel we've worked out a deal to get it fixed up and seaworthy, but as far as armed and
we need a crew also.
Ready to fight and all of that. Well, yeah, a crew.
Well, we can
probably a stipend, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll draft up some details, but just know this: we'll pay. I mean, you'll be paid directly from the King of Keolan. The King's gold is just as good in Saltmarsh as it is in the north.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
And I'm going to just need you all to run patrols for me up and down the coast.
Okay, how often? Do we get off days?
Sure. It's just, when I'll let you know when we have stuff going on.
All right, we'll be in touch then.
Okay.
We'll think about it.
All right.
The Morgans have some things to discuss before we can officially accept. Plus, we have to get our boat working.
All right, guys. What do you do?
I think we got to take that. We got to go use the potion, right?
Yeah.
On the tree.
Yeah. Shall we? So let's go find a tree, I guess. So where are we? Where's the city council hall?
You're right at this location right here.
Okay, so I guess the next closest thing. So I guess we could either go back to that person's house.
I like the idea of going to one of the council members' houses and burning one of their trees.
Oh.
Council members live.
Whose house do you want to go to?
Can we follow Ida home?
Yeah. Where's Ida live?
I will tell you that. Let's see here. The Owland. Okay. Right here.
Do they have any trees? Does she have any trees in her backyard?
I'm sure she's got like some little ornate kind of decorative trees. It's a large brick. No, this is it's a sprawling mansion. All right, looks extremely nice. So,
All right. So I guess if we're gonna do this, Gus, why don't you or Morgan, one of you, shoot the lightning,
oh, who's drinking the potion?
and
Morgan.
I'll talk. I'll try and get Ida out front so she doesn't see you blasting lightning at in her yard and then taking the wood.
I'll volunteer as tribute for drinking the potion because I feel resistant to lightning damage.
Okay.
Seems like the way to go.
All right. So, you drink. All right. So you guys are out. Okay.
I'm assuming we followed her home.
Let's set this up.
Yeah.
Morgan. Morgan. How do you feel about this plan?
I don't know. I mean, as long as I get my shiny objects and can make a name for myself, that's all I really care about.
Okay, so let's see if you guys get arrested. Okay, so it's a very, like I said, it's a very large mansion. You all, there's definitely like a let's say like it's a really nice flowering pear tree. You see Ida kind of go into her place. There's definitely some people standing around outside, kind of milling about. This is like smack dab in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a perception check to see how many people are out and about in the area?
Yeah, go to make a perception check.
12.
I mean, there's a good amount of people.
Okay. Are people looking like eyeballing us, or are they just going about their business?
They seem to be
What time of day is
they're
it?
just going about their business. It's getting near quitting time for everybody.
Okay.
So everybody's kind of tired. They're just kind of doing their own thing.
Okay. All right. So if we're gonna do this, maybe the middle of the day, or with everybody out, not the best call. But
So Steric is, I'm assuming, holding the potion.
yes.
Okay. Gus is just going to go up to Steric and put his hand on his shoulder and go, now is as good a time as any for a performance. He grabs the potion and starts walking towards the tree. And so,
So I will just shake my head laughing at that comment or chuckling at it, and I will walk towards the front door while Gus is doing what Gus is
Oh,
doing.
you're gonna walk towards the front door.
all right. So the people that are around, I'm going to try to gather them. And I'm going to go, hear ye, come look and see. This potion of lightning is delicious, and I'll strike that tree. Come look.
Everybody's
As
kind
I-
of like, this is like a terrible street show. So like, there's like several people who have kind of stood there out of like weird curiosity, but most people are just kind of ignoring you. Some kids are like, "Oh, look, mom, it's a show," and then they're like, "No, that person's not right." And it's just,
And I take my jester hat out from my bag and put it on my head.
it just got worse. All right.
Yeah, it's about to get real bad. And then I go, come look as I drink. And I don't know, here we go. And I take a big swig of it.
I'd like to knock on the front door of Ida's house.
Okay, you knock on the front door. Oh, what are you doing at my home?
Oh, hi, Ida. I just wanted to say thank you for lifting the exile on me and allowing me to, stay in the city. And I just basically want to talk to her and try and keep her attention while all this is going
So
on.
you're hoping that she doesn't notice the lightning.
Yeah, this is like happening to the side,
Okay.
like back on the side of her house or in the backyard. I'm looking at the
Yes.
map right. So
Okay.
I'm up in the front by the street here,
Yeah. So
trying to keep her from being able to look out back.
so you're going to shoot a lightning breath, Gus.
Yeah, I would like to yell very loudly, though, in hopes that she'll notice me. Because I want, I feel like, my character wants the performance. Like, he really wanted to be a bard, and be entertaining and all this. And this is really his moment to shine,
Okay.
albeit not in the smartest way.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. You let out. What describe to us this scene that is before us?
So I take a swig of the potion, and I start to like examine my arms, and my veins start to grow larger and have more of a darker blue tint to them, and my jugular veins start to pulse with just this blue color, and all of a sudden, like, my muscles are rippling, and I just throw out this lightning bolt out of my fingers, out of my face, my mouth, everything. Just this giant blue bolt of lightning comes out and strikes this tree.
And it explodes. Some of the pieces actually like crystallize into like obsidian glass as they just kind of flying everywhere. Well, obviously the lightning doesn't make a sound, but the cracking of the tree does. Back up at the porch, Ida's like,
So I just am really happy that you gave me the opportunity.
what was that noise? Did you hear that?
Here. Just birds chirping.
No, there was a large explosion. She's going to
Explosion?
try to kind of like push past you.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear any explosion.
Do
or anything
like
like
step
that.
in her? Do you step in her way?
I step on, like, kind of out of her way, but to the right side, because that would be blocking her view.
All that
I mean, she still has to walk all the way around the back of her house, but
she's just going to she just sees like the aftermath. There's just everybody's like, what? Not really clapping. People are just like staring in shock.
At this point, I'm just gonna walk over with my dagger and cut out a chunk of the crispy wood.
What?
oh my god, what happened to that tree?
That tree's
right,
been
it
in
looks
our
like there was
family
an
for
explosion.
years. What happened?
It's like
I don't
was an
know.
explosion of some kind.
What do you mean? It's What happened? Who can tell? What happened? There. A little boy says, lightning came out of that man's mouth.
What?
What an
That
idiot.
didn't make any sense.
My boy is not an idiot. And she kind of like takes her kid
Creep
and just starts to
lightning.
walk down the street.
Why is that boy out of school right now?
It's summertime. It's pirate. It's
you're
pirate.
saying-
It's pirate town. There's no school.
You're saying this man here blew lightning out of his mouth. Okay, sure. That makes total sense.
And
Whatever.
why is Morgan cutting at it? This is not yours. You can't just like take pieces of my tree.
Well, I'm sure Morgan has a fantastic explanation if we were to ask him. Hey, Morgan.
Yes.
Why?
Yes?
Anita here is
Oh,
curious
Morgan,
why you're cutting a piece of wood off of her exploded pear tree. That's
I'm
been
trying to
apparently
cut out
exploded.
the burnt section so that it will grow right.
You see,
You got to
I mean,
do it
I'm
while
no
it's fresh.
arborist.
It's like, treating a wound. You're welcome.
I'm no arborist, but that makes perfect sense to me.
I want Morgan to go ahead and roll deception.
Can I assist?
You can. Yes.
Oh,
All
take
right.
that advantage.
So I like the idea that Morgan, hey, this is playing to your character. You're so bad at deception, but with
You got a
Steric's,
19.
but with Steric's help, you're able to.
I'm not good at explaining it.
Yeah.
I'm just good at coming up with the lie.
Yeah.
Because I have proficiency in deception. So I need somebody to do the talking, but I come up with the kernel of the
You're
lie.
like you're the start, and
Yes.
I'm very persuasive.
she's going to I swear, wherever you are, there is chaos. And we kind of looking over at Gus, your eyes.
How long does this stuff last, by the way?
It's gone. It's just a
Okay.
burst.
Okay.
Your eyes turn yellow.
Am I jaundice? This caused liver failure
No.
immediately.
You notice like something changed. And if you take like a little mirror and look,
Which I have.
you have, because I feel like you're putting on your jester makeup or whatever.
Mhm.
Your eyes almost look reptilian.
I take my jester hat off and put my mirror inside my jester hat and put it in my bag, and I try to blink many times. And then I walk up to Ida and I go, "Why do you hate us so much?"
I don't hate you. Saltmarsh does. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Aw, man.
Okay.
Good job, everyone.
Okay, so we're going to cut it for tonight. Next week, we're going to dive into another. We haven't really done a grand adventure, so I'm not going to say another grand adventure. We've just been kind of putzing around the town,
Hey,
which is
guys, it's
okay.
Early episodes.
Yeah,
There's
it
a lot of
is.
story
We're
building to do.
building. We're building. Next week, though, we're diving headfirst into some epic nautical adventures. So
Guys, we're gonna go be farmers.
you're going to go, man, you all were really scaring me for a second there, Gus, when you're like, yeah, we should just leave Saltmarsh. And I'm like,
No. Here's what my main goal is right now.
Out of the
I
question.
want to get Steric on the council.
do it. Do it. Oh, it's,
We're gonna go around and kiss all the babies
Oh,
and
my
take
word.
photo ops.
Make flyers, all the stuff.
so no joke. If you all please do that, because there is a full-on quest hooks for that. in this book.
What does the book not have?
It does. It has everything. It's a very good book. And speaking of good
see.
books, all right. Speaking of good books, we are still doing our giveaway. All right. So,
Guys, if you haven't right now, you need to go follow the Twitch channel.
Follow
the RPG Academy.
follow the RPG Academy because we are giving away a copy of the Dungeons and Dragons Rule Cyclopedia, the biggest, the
Baddest.
baddest, like
The thickest.
it's so thick, and that's it. Those are the adjectives for this book. I love it when I get to talk about the book, and then when Michael gets to talk about the book, because it's completely different. All right.
How does Michael talk about the
Oh, he
book?
loves this book. It's classic D&D.
Guys, it's a really good book.
It's a really good
We
book.
just
You can use it as a,
All
a
we ever-
paperweight. You can
Everything.
use it as a doorstop.
That's the only way we describe it. Is just this big, thick book you can set on top of stuff.
Guys, it's an encyclopedia of rules for D&D.
What else?
I mean,
could you
and
do
we're
with a book?
only 94 followers away. We're so close.
We're so close. We're gonna blow all of our Twitch money that we've ever made on shipping this thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
No, it
up.
really is it's a cool book. All right. There's somebody out there who really will enjoy this.
Hey, I want it.
Yeah, I'd take it.
Yeah, I know. It's lots of cool stuff. So anyway, don't forget to follow us. We will be back in 2 weeks. The other things, don't forget, a Catacon is coming up. Go to a Catacon.
2 months away.
2 months away. Go to a catacon.com. Buy your badge.
Yeah, come see us at a
Get a
catacomb.
Come
cool
see
shirt.
us at a Catacon. Buy your badge. Sign up for events. Well, you can't sign up for events, but you can submit events. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to
It's a
that.
nice shirt.
Thanks.
It's a very nice shirt.
I got it at a catacon.
So
Nice.
we are still. Don't forget also, like I said, like, subscribe. You can go to Twitter and follow me at BezCarTom if you want to see what else we are doing at the RPG Academy. A lot of cool stuff is going on, and we have pencils. Alex is holding up a pencil. Thank you, Alex, for that. That absolutely premier advertisement right there. All
No
right.
problem.
And so we are going to leave it there for tonight. Thanks for joining us for the RPG Academy presents Ghost of Saltmarsh. And don't forget, if you're having fun,
You're doing it
You're doing it right.
right. See ya.